Hi, everybody. It's Sean Murphy, along with the incredible
Scott Schilling.
We're back. We're here with U Plus One Presents. We have a June 15th event coming up, and we want to tell you a little bit more about what you're going to get and why it would be worth you plus one coming to this event. So, Scott, we've got a very special guest. Let's start off with that. It's somebody who was the creator of a category. That's pretty impressive. Tell us a little bit more about the one, the only, Mr. Mike Muni.
Well, he and his partner Pat were the creator of a worldwide category called Customer Relationship Management Software, CRM systems, if you think everything that's out there today. But they were the co-inventors of ACT software. They started the entire category on CRM. And then very successfully sold it to Symantec, which, again, many people understand that name as well. But it really paved the ground for the Salesforces of the world and things like that. But anyway, Mike is what's so amazing about, number one, he's a very humble guy, just a great guy. But he's an expert on relationships and, quite frankly, the need for having relationships before you need the relationship, right? In other words, what you should do is you should have the relationship before you ever need it, meaning it's not always just about business. So he's an expert on nurturing relationships, creating relationships, maintaining, growing, all those kinds of things. And he's going to do he's going to bless our entire group with a great presentation. I've heard him a number of times. We've shared the stage together. Just a great guy that's going to give a great presentation of tremendous value. No matter where your business lies, this is going to be one of those presentations that's going to be beneficial to you. Pretty exciting.
When we talk about people want to understand how to engineer a relationship, this is the guy that created the engineering to build the relationship. So how to use it and how to track it. And so it's pretty amazing what he will teach and share about that particular content. And then you're going to talk about, last time you talked about sales, and that was absolutely powerful. People were able to take that and use that afternoon after the event was over. But you're going to talk about the 11 deadly sins, the 11 deadly fears.
11 deadly fears.
Yes, of sales. And it's interesting that it breaks down into two parts. What are you going to teach on?
Well, I'm going to teach on the 11 deadly fears that affect every entrepreneur's business, quite frankly, affect every salesperson's business. But what it comes down to is there are 8 specific fears that cause customers not to take the action that you're encouraging them to take. And then there are actually 3 fears for the salesperson themselves that actually keep you from taking the actions to do what you're really in business to do. And so it's actually a fun session. It's an informative session. I know some people there will be the judge whether it's fun or not, but it really is because, you know, as I learned from one of my mentors a long time ago, growth equals awareness plus inspired action. We can't grow until we're first aware that there's the possibility to grow. And then once we take inspired action towards that new awareness, that's where our growth comes. So that's why this becomes a very valuable topic. And it's going to be eye-opening for a lot of folks, no doubt about that. And then, of course, you're coming on board. And what are you going to share with everybody?
Well, you gave us the example that success is a math problem. Right? There's 11 fears, 3 customer, 3 salesmen, the salesperson, 8 for the customer. And we as the salespeople, we kind of want to push through that. I'm going to talk about the 6 areas of motivation and why we normally do 1 or 2 of them, and especially if you're into team building. So you're going to learn this stuff whether you're live in the room or live online, because you're going to be able to interact with us. We don't have thousands of people at these events that we can't answer the one-off questions as Scott goes through those 11. But I'm going to talk about the 6 areas of influence and why we normally fail so miserably, because we usually do 2 out of the 6. Now, I know if I go to battle and there's 4 on that side and 2 on this side, there's a dang good chance I'm not going to win, let alone what Scott shared with the 11 fears. There's 3 on your side and 8 on their side. I'll do the math. We'll get through this. But you're going to have that one-on-one ability to have the conversation, to learn how to apply, adapt, and adopt these concepts towards your business right then and right there. Because what we have done at U+1 is make it so that it's viable and valuable, everything that you learn.
I think that was the most rewarding after our last event, is to the comments that we got, the intimacy of the group. Because again, we understand, we have spent so much time on the road. Many of the people who would love to come to the event don't live in Dallas. So
Right.
hence the reason for the live stream. Now we want to pack out the room, and from early returns and from everything we've heard, it sounds like it's going to be like that will it still be an intimate group, but it'll that we want to fill the room, but we also want to fill the live stream, because this is a message that, quite frankly, these messages are extremely important. They'll make a big difference in your business, and quite frankly, we want to help people grow. Both you and I, as we talk, people say, what do you guys specialize in? Well, the short answer is we help people help people. Let us help you achieve the things that you want to achieve as we go through. So we encourage you to take this action. Go ahead and register for the live event. If you're here, it's at u+1.com. If you're in Dallas, we'd love to have you in attendance. And also, if you're not in Dallas and can't make it, we'd love to have you on the live stream, because the other benefit is, in either case, what else do you get? What other kind of bonuses do you get because of that?
Well, first of all, you're going to get all of the recordings inside of our Facebook community from our first event. So there's 5-6 hours of content there of all of the stuff that you hear people. So that, we don't charge you for that. Could we sell that as a product? Sure. Might we sell that as a product outside? Probably. But right now, when you join this, when you get your ticket, live or live stream, well, why would you be pushing the live stream? Because $1 is $1. Yeah, we'd love to have you in the room. You're going to get a lot more being in the room. You know that. Live events big decisions are made at live events.
Right.
But we want to make sure that we're not keeping you from getting anything that you can get, right? So remember, our live stream and our live tickets are U+1. See, that still freaks people out. When you come for the live event, there's people traveling from Houston bringing somebody because they know they bought their ticket and they get to bring a guest. Live stream is the same way. And so we want to make sure that you get this content, this conversation that we're about to have. We've got a whole bunch of bonuses that we get to carry over. Ray Higdon, almost 3 hours of private Ray Higdon stuff from his TEC, Top Earner Club. We've got a 98-page document from the 2-time U.S. memory champ, Ron White, will teach you how to remember 100 names. Imagine how your prospects would feel when you do the follow-up and you remember their name and you remember their spouse's name and you remember their dog's name or their kid's name. And it's done so simply and easily with this tool. Now, Ron normally charges I think it's $97 for the book.
Yeah.
Part
yeah,
of it
so,
is our gift.
I mean, and our gift to be friends with Ron. I mean, he's just an absolutely amazing guy. Anybody's ever seen him in action. This How to Remember Names and More course is just absolutely fabulous. We're throwing in 101 speaker hacks, if you're in that side. Now, understand that, believe it or not, if you're in sales, you're a speaker. Now, sometimes your audience is only one, but you're still a speaker. And so that 101 speaker hacks is not only good for the people who share stages and actually go that way, but some tremendous eye-opening content there to help you be able to present better. We just want to give you everything we got it's what one of my mentors suggested to me way back when, is always give them everything you got. You know, the fact is, if you have it, they're supposed to have it too. So we want to encourage you. Again, it's a U+1 event. Your live registration is for you +1, you plus a guest. Invest in somebody else. Pour into their life, pour into their world. Similarly, on the live stream, it's for you +1. So you're telling me I could purchase a live stream from Costa Rica and somebody in Colombia could benefit too? What's the answer?
Absolutely, 100% yes.
Yeah, I mean, we want to serve as many people. This is the U+1 community. We're going to continue to build it, and more and more and more. And quite frankly, it's going to be a lot of fun. For those of you that can make it, we'd love to have you there live. For those of you who either have prior commitments that day, do the live stream, because you'll get the recordings and be able to review them. It's like lessons on demand, right?
Yeah, and they're included. You don't get it for 10 days unless you upgrade to something else. And for all of those that show up in attendance, the person who purchased the ticket and their +1, they're all going to get, how much does that add up to?
It looks like $200 to me.
So you ever go to an event and make $2?
Yeah.
This will be for you and for your guest. Why would we do that? Because education costs money, travel costs money. And if you're traveling to this event, there's a chance you're going to travel to other events as well. We're not an overnight, unless you want to, but though you'll be staying at Scott's house.
Hey, more the merrier.
More the merrier. But we want to make sure that there's absolutely no reason not to be in the room in Dallas. So,
that's right. We want to give you hundreds of dollars in travel savings to, again, reward you for taking this action. Understand that you will be rewarded for taking the action of investing in you, because that's the best that everybody can do, right?
And it's because you deserve it. So check us out. Go to u+1presents.com. You'll see more of the information there. You'll see some of the testimonials.
Yep.
Get your ticket, and let us get you into the Facebook group. You can be watching the content from the first session, the 8 hours. Plus, there's one in there I'm pretty proud of. Mason's first live event, if you will, where he did a training on if only. And
it was awesome.
It's
awesome.
I believe, this is me being a little bit prejudiced, I believe the whole event would be worth the whole ticket would be worth that one session that Mason did. So we'll look forward to seeing you there. If you got questions, reach out to me, reach out to Scott, and we'll be happy to answer any of those to make sure it's the right fit for you. But I believe that you deserve to have more, and we're here to help you do that. So I'm Sean Murphy, along with, go ahead, Scott, finish up.
I was going to say, Scott Schilling, and we'll see you where?
At the next event.
At the next event. See you soon.
Bye for now.